Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? I am in the kitchen, and someone has asked me to make them a peach cobbler today. Excuse me. And so I'm getting ready to do that. I'm getting started right now. And the first thing I'm going to do is I put about 1/4 teaspoon of salt in the bottom of my pan. And I've got 3 15-ounce cans of sliced peaches. It would be nice if I had fresh peaches, but I don't, so we have to use the next best thing. And these are peaches that I get from Aldi's, which are always really, really good. And 2 of the cans, I'm leaving the juice in because there's not a lot of juice in them. And 1 can, I'm leaving the juice out. And right now, I'm going to add 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar and 1/4 of a cup of white sugar. And I'm going to put these on the stove, and I'm going to heat them until the sugar dissolves good and the peaches get warm. Then we'll be right back. And while that's warming up, I'm going to add just a dash of cinnamon, about 1/2 teaspoon. You don't want to put a lot, but you want just a little bit. And we're going to add about 1 teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. So we're going to add that. We'll be right back. Now the peaches are warming up. And I have in my pan right here 1 stick of butter that I'm going to put in the oven in a minute. I'm going to melt it so we can put our batter on top of it. So in just a minute, we're going to stick this in the oven and let it melt. But I'm not going to do it right now because I don't want it to get too hot, because I have to make up the batter and have that ready. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're going to make the batter. Right here I have 1 1/4 cups of self-rising flour. You can use all-purpose if you don't have self-rising, but you just have to add in a little salt and baking powder. But I am going to add a little extra baking powder to this because I just know that it needs it. Okay, now we're going to put 1 cup of sugar. And I'm trying, these are 1/4 of a cup, so I'm trying to watch and not get too much. Trying to get it. Then we need 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Well, shoot, I thought I had it out. Must have put it back up. I did. So I'm going to get just a little baking powder. I'm going to put about 1/2 teaspoon in it. Because sometimes I don't think these flours have enough baking powder in them. And we're going to get everything mixed up pretty good in here. Now, we're going to add a little bit of cinnamon, just a tiny bit right now. And then if I can get it to come out, we are. Then I'll sprinkle some on top when I get it done. Now we need 3/4 to 1 cup of milk. Just varies a little bit. Let me get my milk out here. Get my 1/2 and 1/2 because I usually use just a little bit of 1/2 and 1/2 in it. Get my milk out here. Then I'm going to add just a little bit. I usually add about 1/4 cup of 1/2 and 1/2 to it. Now, let me put these back up. Well, this is empty, so it's not got anything in it anyway. Set this back in the refrigerator. I don't like to leave my stuff out on the counter. Now, I'm going to set the pan now with the butter in the oven because I want it to be melting. And everything else is kind of mixed up over here. Sometimes if it doesn't look like it's got enough flour in it, I will add just a little bit more flour, which I am going to do right now. I'm just going to add a little bit to it because it doesn't look quite like enough. Usually doesn't take much. You don't want it soupy, or I don't like it soupy. Okay. Now, we get this spoon over here in the pan. Put this back down in there because I don't want to get anything in my flour. If you accidentally slip something over in your flour, then it'll mold or something. So you don't want to do that. So now we've got our batter ready, and we're going to get the peaches out here, and we'll move them over here when we're ready. Which is right now. So we're going to set them right here. And they're still warm, but that's okay. The butter's not hardly melted, but it will be in just a second. We'll be right back. Okay, we've got the unsalted butter that we put in the oven, and it is pretty much melted. And I had these pot holders under it for just a second because I want to make sure that it didn't get too hot. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stir our batter up again. And if it's got a few lumps in it, it won't hurt it. It won't hurt it. So now we're going to pour this over the butter. We want to try to get it spread out as even as we can. A lot of people don't like the crust, but I love the crust. I love the crust. Now we're going to spoon our peaches that we've warmed up over the burner there, and we're going to try to get them all over the. We want them to make sure it covers all of the area here. We want peaches in every bite. I don't splatter myself with them. And I did put just a little bit more lemon juice in there because the lemon juice gives your peaches, when you don't have fresh peaches, it's better to use a little bit of lemon juice in your fruit because it brings out the flavor and the brightness of your fruit. Let me get this up here now, see if I can get. And you can add a little bit of the juice here with it if you want to. Now, I've got my oven preheated to 360 degrees. I bake it just a little bit higher than 350, but you can do it at 350 if you want to. So we're going to put this in the oven for about 38 to 40 minutes, and then we'll be back. Now I'm going to save this peach juice here. I'm not going to throw this away. And when the cobbler comes out of the oven, then I can add more of this peach juice on top of it if you want to. So don't get rid of your peach juice, all right? Okay, guys, I just got the peach cobbler out of the oven. I cooked it about 35, 38 minutes on 360 degrees. And I did turn it up to 365 a little later on because I wanted that crust to get browner. And you can see the crust is good and brown. Let me see if I can hold it up here. It's kind of heavy and hot. You can see the crust. I sprinkled just a little bit of cinnamon on the top of it. And now I took that leftover peach juice that was in my thing, and I added just a little cornstarch to it and made it kind of like a thick gel. And I'm going to put this over the top of this right now. And now I'm going to spread that over the top like this. And just kind of poke some little divots in it, not a lot. We just want that juice to get down in there. Now I'm going to put it back in the oven for about 5 minutes. But we're turning it down to 350 degrees right now. But we'll be back. And there it is, y'all. I put it back in there for just a little bit. And there's the peach cobbler. And that little bit of gel on top, I put it in there and I turned it on broil the last couple of minutes just to kind of set that gel on top of it. And if you ever have any leftover juice, that's what you can do with it. You don't have to throw it away if you feel like it's going to be too much wetness in the batter. So, there you go. Make you a peach cobbler. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.